Chris Martinez was also listening last week, Kev. He said, hey, Kevin and Sean, love the show, but I have a question about Russo's idea. If they stripped Cody of the title after Mania, wouldn't fans think they are playing hot potato with the belt?
How is it a hot potato if you strip him from the belt? That means if we go back on Roman. So you put it, the hot potato means you put it back on the guy that had it for 1,300 days?
And if it's just one time, you know, it's like hot potato would...
It's not a hot potato.
Did a lot of changes.
Now we don't know if we're ever going to see Roman again.
Behind the Fiends. What I'm curious about when they do turn... when do they turn Cody heel?
Never.
I know now is too soon, but you can't let him be Ricky Steamboat because that just doesn't work today. He already has the look.
Bullshit.
The suits. Well...
Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking sent you a clip.
The line
of a fucking personal appearance that Cody Rhodes did. It looked, there was 2,000 people minimum in this line wrapped around. Do you have that? Is there a way we can get that to Steve?
I can get it to Steve.
Yeah, let's get this to Steve, and you tell me if the Cody Rhodes thing isn't going to work nowadays.
So if you don't flip him, can you at least have him chase, right? Because we did kind of talk about that too.
No, he doesn't need to chase yet. He's the hottest entity you have. And as I said in last episode, he's the only guy that has that work ethic that the guys had in our era. He's signing 200, 300, 400 belts before. It will work if you put a heel factory against him.
Mm-hmm.
Does it? You know, Boss Man, Akeem, boom, boom, one after another. Kamala. I mean, you've got to, and that's a different era. But you've got to get guys. You don't want to go out there and put a Ricochet or some other guy that's. You want him to work from underneath. You want Cody to work from underneath,
right?
And to slide out, you know, and with the victory every night. But you want him to work from underneath because he's not Jack Reacher. He's not 6'5", fucking 270 pounds.
Not to be confused with Jack Reach Around, who I think is in an NXT right now. He's going to be in the ring. Steve, I sent you the thing on your Twitter. I DM'd your Twitter with Cody's line. So, all right. So, do you then just keep? I'll use the Hogan model, I guess, right? Because like so over, beyond over, thousands of people, super baby face, white meat baby face. That's what you kind of got here with Cody. Do you just keep it? Okay. So here's the. I'm gonna cut myself off here. If you're watching us, and if you're not,
you can watch this, it's just like this line.
This is an appearance. I don't know the location, if it's on the thing. The line for the store goes down onto a highway, out of the commercial area into the residential area.
Yeah, into the hood. Mm-hmm. I mean, just pure,
From an overhead, it looks like the redistricting lines that the Republicans want to do to get rid of the black vote.
I mean, Jesus, man. It's like...
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, listen, the proof's in the pudding, right?
Right, man.
But
you worry about it when the house shows stop filling up, when the numbers starts to drop, when the merch starts to go. It's just like Bill. You go with the unbeaten streak until it starts to have some hiccups in it, and all of a sudden it's just like now you got to pump in the Goldberg champ because it's not as strong as it was. And you know at that point, man, it's not going to last forever.
So do you just have to give him seemingly insurmountable challenges all the time? Like the Hogan model. You bring in the monster, and he just slays them. Because that's not the field they have to play with right now. Because they keep people around forever. They just keep recycling. It's not somebody comes in, works 6 months, gets the Hogan spot, goes. You got to keep people around in today's product.
Well,
seemingly forever.
I think that what you have to do is you have to treat him like a prize fighter. Like he can't put the belt up every TV.
Right. That's a good question. How many times a year would you got Tyson like twice a year, right?
Yeah.
2, maybe 3, but that was it.
Because then I don't think that every night that he works on the road should be for the title. Then it makes it unbelievable. Because then somebody can slip one off, slip one by him.
Right. So would you book him on house shows doing an in-ring or just leave him? You don't want to leave him off because he's such a draw.
No, you can't. You got but
tags. Would you put him in?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can always beat him in a tag, and he keeps the strap. But so going back to AEW and going back to what I said, about the physiques. When I watched to go for the main event to work with Cody in France, and I watched AJ versus LA Knight. And it's like both those guys look amazing. You can tell that I mean, and their schedules, these guys are working, man. And they're getting in the gym, man. But on top of that, they're dieting their asses off. Like, I think Ospreay's not fat by any means. He's just not dialed in. He's not chiseled. He's not AJ.
Mm-hmm.
He's not LA Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those guys, like most of the guys, on the WWE roster look like, you can tell they're putting the time in the gym. They're dieting. A lot of those guys have got buses and everything else, and they're fucking microwaving meals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get through, some of you guys that aren't making the same kind of coin, you can still throw for you in a bus, make it a bunk bus like you would a rock and roll band. You can have your meals. You can have somebody else drive you. You can get your sleep. You can get your training in.
There's ways to do it other than the bus,
against,
too. You guys didn't have buses in '95.
We fucking ate fucking handfuls of pills and shit.
Orndorff didn't have a bus in '85.
No.
And he was, he was chiseled. There's ways to do it.
But it's at the same time, it's just like,
the schedule isn't the same either.
No, I would in no way want to condone anabolic steroid use to somebody that isn't in the TRT category. And that's late 30s, early 40s that you start looking at TRT when your testosterone's down. We can't have 23-year-old kids taking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to have heart attacks.
All right, Talking Shenanigans said, I'm just glad that KN is able to keep a subjective mindset and not a one-sided WWE Triple H paycheck option. Thanks, Big Kev. So you're critical of WWE when you feel that they're doing something wrong.
I didn't like the Killings thing.
Right.
It's just my opinion. Number one, man, it's just my fucking opinion.
Yeah, that's why people come here, though, for your opinion.
But it's just like my vote. Like, man, the guy woke up next to me on the red eye from Phoenix to Atlanta. He woke up next to me and Morning Joe was on my fucking television screen. You would have thought I was watching Nazi propaganda. He just kind of looked at me and then looked at my tattoo and looked at my hair and was kind of like, wow, I wouldn't picture that this guy was...
It would be watching.
Yeah, we would be watching MSNBC.
MSNBC.
I'm like,